Hello there, and I'm finally here recording for CSL Week 1. And I'm facing Nevik and the Glasgow City Glooms. I am Coach Tabuorio of the Brooklyn Bandits. So, I'm going to go quickly through Nevik's team. Excadrill is the attacking Z user. It's really kind of scary with the Mega Tyranitar. It could be a pretty terrifying sailed sweeper, and it gets like stealth rockets, rapid spin, so it also has like a lead set. And it could really just be either one, and it still is just terrifying no matter what. Because like regardless, it just hits really hard. Tangrowth is pretty annoying because it's really great as both a physical and special wall. It could be either really with an Assault Vest set for special, and it just has amazing physical defense. It's arguably one of the best Zygarde checks just ever. They know you before Zygarde was banned to Ubers. So, in fact, I have Zygarde 50%, so it's kind of annoying. But, whatever. So next is Galvantula, which can set up sticky webs, which kind of can just confirm a sweep. It also can hit, honestly, pretty hard. Or, like, decently hard, even. Our team kind of struggles against it. Florges is just really good cleric. Heal Bell, just Wish, that stuff. Sock, I don't know, it can hit decently hard, I guess, with some moves. Statland also pairs with the Sand because it gets Sand Rush. Mega T-Tar sets up Sand and also is the Dragon Dance Sweeper and gets an insane move pool. So it's always something just to watch out for. Seismitoad and Zapdos are really big walls. Espeon gets Magic Bounce, which can be pretty annoying, and then Wismagus is just kind of a fast special attacker. Alright, my team is Tapu Fini, Entei, Low and Muck. It says Mienshao, but I'm recording this from week 4, and at the time I had Uxie, at the time of week 1. So, yeah, just replace Mienshao with Uxie in your mind. Gligar, Lantern, Mega Banette, Kartana, which is my Alzi user, and Zygarde 50%, which is my attacking user, and Bronzong and Aromatisse. So cool. I'm gonna go break down my just a second actually. Okay, wait, what the frick? Okay. Alright, now I'm going to break out my team. So, Choice Band Entei with Rock Smash for Mega Tyranitar. Normalium Z, because after an SD, it does about 80% Normalium Z Giga Impact at +2 to a physically defensive Tangrowth. So after like a round of rocks or something, and like a bit of chip, like I don't know, maybe just something. I don't have anything. Yeah, I didn't really think this through, but whatever. It totally murders the special set though. Tapu Fini with coverage, Bronzong just kind of with stally stuff, Gligar with knockoff as its final move, and then Dragon Dance sweeping Zygarde for when Tangrowth is gone. Yeah, basically. Alright, so here we go. Nevik brought the Mega Tyranitar, the Excadrill, the Zapdos, the Tangrowth, the Galvantula, and the Seismitoad. So, Tangrowth, we see, the Sand Core, we see, Seismitoad is kind of annoying, but I do have Grass Northern Fini for it, and Kartana does exist. Just hope it doesn't have HP Fire or Drain Punch. And let's start off. Alright, so I let off with Bronzong, let's off with Galvantula. What I do here is, I actually Okay, so I predicted a switch into either Excadrill or T-Tar, and I figured I shouldn't set up Stealth Rocks in there because I'd just be defogging the webs away later, and Toxicon and Galvantula isn't really a huge deal, plus Excadrill is a thing that exists, so that's why I decided to Earthquake there. Plus, it is just a bit of damage on Galvantula, and it is the best thing I can hit Galvantula with, so that's why I did it. So I just Earthquake again. I decided that getting a Toxic off on Zapdos is kind of necessary, and it only takes any move pretty well. So here I go Gligar, and this is where I decided to defog the webs away, because Gligar isn't actually a huge deal. Like, it is kind of it is like a pretty good wall, but like I have other things like my Spitty. So here I decided to defog away the webs. We trade knockoffs here, and then the Tangrowth was for HPS to try to finish off my Entei, but I switched into my Entei. So here I decided to fire off a Sacred Fire because this was actually on my plan for Nevik to go into Seismitoad, which would give me a free switch into Kartana, but I decided wrongfully that I should switch into Finny here because Kartana was obvious. I don't know why Finny exactly, because the response for Kartana is Tangrowth or Zapdos, both of which Finny can't handle, but whatever. So, yeah, here I just get to Moonblast and Ice Beam and whatever, and Zapdos is Zapdos. So here the Zapdos goes for Discharge, does stuff, and Ice Beam, and I'm just kind of whittling down the Zapdos, kind of forcing it out with the Toxic Stall from the Bronzong, and basically here I decide to go into my Gligar to try to defog away the rocks, I think, and just kind of sack it or force Zapdos to roost. Zapdos chooses neither, it chooses switch into Tangrowth. Yeah, I decided to roost, and then I would defog, just to preserve the longevity of the Gligar. So yeah, here I go back into Bronzong so I can hopefully Toxic the Tangrowth. That's that sort of chip I need for it. But when I knocked that off with Gligar, it did reveal that it was Assault Vest, so good for me. It is more of a special set, and it's not fully physically bulky, so Kartana can handle it better, and Zygarde can handle it a bit better. Here I choose to set up my Stealth Rocks because, you know, that's all good. I'm going to force a defog on Zapdos if I need it, which, again, just more Toxic Stall. I decided to Stealth Rock again because either Zapdos is going to attack me, which is going to do anything, or it's going to defog, in which case I just get my rocks back up. Here I Toxic, predicting a switch out because I figure, like, it's not going to keep playing that game, and it's just going to switch out and go into, like, Tangrowth or something. So I wanted to get a Toxic off on the Tangrowth. I predict that again, sort of here, but the Zapdos does go for defog this time. And here I believe I set up the rocks again. Yeah. And then now I do believe I get to go for a Toxic, but I do sack my leftovers on my Bronzong. But that doesn't really matter at this point, because getting a Toxic on Tangrowth and Zapdos is really just good for Bronzong. And once that happens, that's really all Bronzong needed to do in this match. So we're switching to Entei, taking like a little less than half. And then now I choose to Sacred Fire again, and this here is where I switch into Kartana, because I'm predicting rocks, and I also think I'm going to live in Earth Power, and I did not judge Kartana's special defense. I do believe I said in the draft analysis it has the special defense of Rice Paper. I was not lying. It really does. So anyway, I get to kill the Seismitoad here with Leaf Blade, because kind of forced to, and then go and fire off my Normalium Z, because, like I said before, the Assault Vest did say it was more of a special set, and was specially bulky, so that's why that happened. So here I believe I do just get to kill off another Mon, being the Spaghettitar, probably just setting up the Sanford Drill. yeah, it's just kind of a sack here. There's really nothing it can do. But let me check the conventional speed. Yeah, okay, yeah, there was really nothing it could do. Because Zapdos was weakened. So yeah, that was kind of the best play for Nevik at the time. But yeah, so now I basically also just sacked the Bronzong as well. I'm just basically stalling out the sand, because once the sand's gone, I can go into Zygarde and sort of clean up, with, like, E-Speed and stuff. So, I send in my Gligar. I go for knockoff, just in case Nevik went into Zapdos, and that's what happened. So, basically, I just get to stall out even more sand. So now, basically, the game is over. I just Earthquake here to finish off the Galvantula, and then I forget if I Earthquake or I Defog here. I think I Defog, but if I Earthquake here, okay, I just Earthquake. Yeah, because it didn't really matter either way, because Earthquake did kill the Excadrill. Okay, so that's week 1, 4-0 victory. I'm at 11 minutes into the video, so I think I'm just going to do week 2 in this video as well. Yeah. Okay, just a second. Alright. Right. So here I am facing Starvin and the Wellington Ho-Oh. Starvin has Tapu Koko, which is a special attacker with choice specs, really good coverage. Also has a physical set with like Wild Charge and Brave Bird and stuff. U-turn and Volt switch, which is kind of terrifying. No Alolan Raichu, so it doesn't get to do that core. But it does set up electric terrain for it to just freely spam Thunderbolt and Wild Charge. For Hawthorne, it provides really good defensive backbone with, like, also can set up hazards, gets Iron Barbs just to dissuade physical activity to it with contact moves and stuff. I don't know what I was going to say there. I do have Entei, and I don't believe Sacred Fire is contact, so I do get to get around that a bit. Blissey, just, again, more defensive backbone. Porygon Z is a thing that exists, and I don't even know what it does. No on-boosting Z moves, so it doesn't get Z conversion. Just so you know. Araquanid should not be in Tier 4. I don't know why I put it in Tier 4. Sets up sticky webs, gets great stall stuff, gets Mirror Coat, it actually hits pretty hard with, like, Leech Life and Liquidation and stuff. Weezing, also Levitating Poison type, it's kind of annoying. And it'll also just really good at stalling. Charizard X is just a sweeper and cleaner. Landorus T runs a billion different sets, and I could probably talk for 5 minutes about Lando T's sets. Self also has some sets. It's just like a fast special attacker, or there is like a common Suicide Lead set with like Focus Sash, Stealth Rock, Explosion. I don't know if it's good in draft though. Pangoro is a pretty good revenge killer, and then Cryogonal is a special wall, and it also is sort of a fast boy. Like I said, my team is Tapu Fini, Entei, Alolan Muck, Mienshao, Gligar, Lantern, Mega Banette, Kartana, Zygarde 50%, Bronzong, and Aromatisse. And just a second, I'm getting my team, and I don't want spoilers for other teams, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we are. And have I really not been showing this side of the screen for the entire time? I am sorry. Okay. So, Grass Z Kartana, for just stuff in general. Gligar with Stealth Rock as the final move. Curse Alolan Muck. Some weird Uxie set that I'm pretty sure used to have Stealth Rock on it. It's standard Entei with speed creeping for, I forget, and then Finny with coverage. Okay, here we go. Here's these teams. So, see, Coco, Lando, Araquanid, Mega Charizard, Porygon-Z, and Ferrothorn, all very scary, and let's start off the battle. Starting off with Finny, predicting this Lando T lead that is obvious, and I believe I just Nature's Madness here, predicting some, like the Araquanid or the Pharaoh, but no, just a U-turn. Goes into Coco, which is an immediate threat that needs to be answered with Gligar that just gets a D-Gleam to the face and now dies to an HP Ice. So that I have to basically go into Alolan Muck, and now I get Hard Volt switched on, which is just not good. We do get some Life Orb damage, I guess, on there, and we do knock off the Lando, so I guess that happens. Lando sets up rocks. I need to switch this back to slow. I set up my own rocks and get nuked with an HP Ice. Important to note is that I am actually faster than the Lando in this instance, so that, I guess, was nice. Yeah, Coco Roost now. I Earthquake. I wasn't sure if I would Earthquake or I would Roost. Then I go back into Muck, but basically, yeah, on the HP Ice, and here I basically have to Poison Jab, but I recycle like an idiot instead of killing this Coco. I have literally no idea why I didn't Poison Jab, and I need to change my mentality about longevity in a lot of situations, because that play almost cost me the game. I'll get to that later. But yeah, here I Poison Jab, like a not idiot, and now Lando dies. Which I guess is pretty nice. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Nothing. So, yeah, Araquanid tries to Poison Jab my Kartana, doesn't work, I get a free SD, but I decide he's not going Pharaoh. Obvious Swords Dance and Fightinium Z is obvious, he'll go Coco, I can Grassy on Coco, or if he stays in, I can Grassy on Araquanid, you know, that stuff, and no. But here I SD, and for some reason, Pharaoh just straight up dies, and now I'm sad, because this was supposed to be speed boosting, but I IV'd this wrong. If it was speed boosting, this would have been a lot better, but it wasn't. And like I said before, I'm sad. So yeah, now I go into Entei on the Charizard, because obvious scary Charizard is scary. Yeah, I have to Stone Edge, and, well, yeah, I'm still kind of sad about that play. So I go into my Uxie now, because it's, like, really the only healthy Pokemon I have left, and it immediately becomes unhealthy. And here comes the Porygon-Z, where I choke, like, on multiple foods. I don't even know what I was saying. So here, I knock off the Jawberry. Nice prep for Entei. By the way, I have to give that credit where the credit is the due. And here, I Psyshock instead of U-turning. Didn't really change the game. But here I believe... Okay, I go Finny. God, that was such... Oh my god. I actually hate how I played in this match. Like, I actually hate how I played in this match. I'm not even going to say anything. You can just view these couple turns with as much contempt as I have. Do 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 do. I am letting this Porygon Z sweep my whole entire team. Do 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 do. What am I doing with my life? So yeah, this happens, and it's just only bad. I just got a notification, so I am going to skip a bit. Here, basically, I play literally no better. So yeah, I have to extreme speed here, because Coco. And then, depending on the investment, this was a roll. But, after the match, I learned that it wasn't a roll, and I just had lost there because of my horrible playing with Porygon Z. Instead of switching into Finny, if I had gone into Entei, I possibly could have won. Depending on how much Tri-Attack did, because it wasn't plotted up or anything. Also, Glasgow was faster, and given by the fact that Lando, like, naturally outspeeds this, actually, no, no, it could have been faster, but I should have gone into Gligar anyway, because... Actually, no. No, I do stay in my Lego into Muck, because Gligar just dies to an Ice Beam. So yeah, I don't know, just kind of unfortunate there. But yeah, still kind of sad about the Kartana. Other than that, 1-1, plus 2 differential. Looking pretty good, going into week 3, and this video is way too long, so see you later for week 3 and week 4, I guess.